Welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. My name's Connor Williams, and we're back with another one of our end of season player reviews. It is on none other than Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who, unfortunately, this is going to be a very short review due to his lack of game time this season again, which is unfortunate. I'll get into Dominic Calvert-Lewin and his just what's going on at the end of the video when I give my rating for him for the end of the season. But yeah, like I said, he played 17 games all of last season, got 5 goals, 2 assists. This time he played 17 games this season, got 2 goals, 1 assist. So not quite the impact that we'd hoped in like last season, but only managing about 17 games a season, which is tough. It's tough and it is disappointing. But he will be more disappointed than I will or we will. I have no doubt about that. That Dominic Calvert-Lewin will probably be if more disappointed than any supporter out there. He's played 1,172 minutes, 2 goals, an XG of 5.8. So could argue could be doing with more goals there. His XG suggests he's had more chances to get more goals, but he is coming back. Was coming back through injury or playing through an injury. So that's a caveat to all of this. Goals inside the box, 2. 1 was a penalty. Both with his right foot. No headed goals for Calvert-Lewin this year, which is odd because obviously he's such a physical presence. Shots on target 10, shots off 15, 1 assist, 9 created chances, 215 passes, 25 dribbles attempted, 15 of them successful, 4 tackles attempted, 2 of them won, 18 clearances and 3 interceptions. He is more of a pressing forward, isn't he, nowadays? Which is very interesting. Going into his stats a little bit more here. We've got, first of all, shots per game, 0.1. Goals per game, 0.1. Shots per game, 1.8. Shots on target per game, 0.6. 6 big chances missed. A goal conversion of 6%. Both his goals came from inside the box, like I said. Both right-footed. No headed goals for Calvert-Lewin this year. 1 assist with an XG, an expected assists of 0.76. 24.4 touches, 2 big chances created, 0.5 key passes, 7.7 accurate passes per game, which is about 61% pass accuracy. Interceptions per game, 0.2. Tackles per game, 0.2. Possession 1, 0.4. Dribble pass per game, 0.2. Clearances, 1.1. We'll move on for the rest of that because pretty much 0.9 successful dribbles, which is 60%. We won't go into the rest of his defensive stuff because I don't think it's worth it, is it, when he's a forward? Now we'll go on to FB and compare him to the rest of the Premier League strikers. FB have got him as similar players to the likes of Diego Costa, Michael Antonio, Dominic Solanke, Patrick Bamford, Jean-Philippe Mateta, Chris Wood, Jamie Vardy, Ollie Watkins, Carlos Vinicius, and Cristiano Ronaldo when he was at United, obviously for FB. So yeah, very interesting. If you're wondering how the similar players is calculated, I believe it's through the percentiles, who matches the percentiles, sort of thing. So they do it through that. Speaking about his percentiles, again, not many games for him. He's for strikers, he's in the top 87th percentile for clearances with 1.39 per 90. And aerials, 1 is 5.10 per 90, which puts him in the 99%. So he is in the top 1 percentile of the Premier League there on his own. Well, not on his own, but with some very short company, which we know anyway. We know Calvert-Lewin's a great aerial presence. But it's good to see him winning, top there. It's a shame that he's got injuries because you'd think with Sean Dyche's Everton, like to play it direct sometimes. You'd think he'd really fit in there and have a role there. I won't go into the rest of it because, like I said, very, very short spell for him. Strengths, aerial duels, which has been, already said about for the last, as long as we've known Calvert-Lewin, we've known he's great at aerial duels. It's a very strong one. Weakness is his passing a little bit. Obviously, his big weakness that everyone's going to be screaming at the TV or the YouTube, whatever you're watching me on, is his injury record at the minute. 17 games a season now for the last 2 seasons isn't brilliant. Yeah, especially when he's such a pivotal player. I think it's listen, he's such a pivotal player that when he's out, all we're ever doing is wishing and thinking that he'll come back or hoping he'll come back, which just shows how much our squad depends on him. Especially when we don't make the right signings to sort of support him when he's not there. The Neil Moipais of the world, the Solomon Rondons who run like they're running through treacle. Yeah, it's disappointing. I don't think there's any other word to say than disappointing. I'm not going to jump on him though, or because I actually do like him as a player. I think when he's fit, he's a fantastic player. With those last couple of games that he was in the squad for, we look miles better. Seems like a great attitude and a great young man. So I'm not going to jump on him. And I'm not going to do what some fans are doing and take attacks at what he does outside of football or what he wears outside of football, because what he does in his spare time is none of our business. To be quite honest, the only thing that we should care about is what he does on the pitch. I don't think what he does in his spare time is the reason he's not playing. I don't think what he wears in his spare time is the reason he's hurt. I think he's hurt and he's not playing because he's been badly managed for the last 2 seasons by both Frank Lampard and Rafa Benitez, rushed back. Yeah, and I think that's really badly affected his body, and it's going to take some getting used to fully recover from the bad man management from him. Obviously, Sean Dyche tried a different approach and was very, very decent with that, but then he just gets injured. Sometimes it's fate as well. He gets injured again. He said, I watched an interview with him with that Tubbs from Soccer AM, and he said he was feeling the best he'd felt in months, and then just goes and unfortunately gets injured. That's football. It's not ballet. It's just incredibly unlucky for the lad. I hope with a summer of Dyche and his fitness plan, Dominic Calvert-Lewin can come back better next season. I said this last season. I'll say it again. I don't think we are going to sell him in a non-offensive way possible. I can't see many clubs wanting him because clubs will be wanting to pay money for someone who can play more than 17 games. I hope we don't sell him. I think there's a redemption arc here for him to come back better than ever, get off the ground running, and show fans what they're missing. But yeah, it's really unfortunate to see because he's a player I quite admire. I think he's got a big place in this Everton squad. And I think even when he's only half fit, he comes in, he makes us look a lot better. It's not just the goals he scores or doesn't score. It's the way he holds up play, the way he brings others into the game, and the way he gives us an aerial outlet. I think it's invaluable to this Everton squad. As for the season, obviously very, very small sample size for Calvert-Lewin, but I am going to give him a 6. Six. I give him a 6.5 out of 10. I'd have loved to say higher. I'd have loved to see him get more game time. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So 6.5 out of 10 for Calvert-Lewin. If you've liked the video, like it. And if you haven't, still like it. It helps all the most. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts. If you did agree with me, if you didn't agree with me. Always good to have a conversation and a read, to get other people's opinions. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Take care, guys. See you soon.